Hello guys, welcome to OPSRACE training program, which is very crucial for everyone who's starting the development. He must know the skill of repository managing the changes, the code changes, and today we're going to talk about specifically Git, how the Git works. So he's Max, he is writing code for someone and then he send this code to maybe a client. Client look at it and ask for certain changes, so Max make the changes within the same code base and then send another revision, and the client asks for a third revision where he writes down the code again and send it to the client. But the problem is after 3-4 revision the client asks for the first version that Max created, so he's asking him to give me the first view that you gave me, or the first piece of software that you have built. Now Max has lost the track of all the changes that he has made for that specific client. In order to solve this problem, usually developers or designer create multiple folders like final client 1, final client 2, final client, and they create lots and lots of folders. Or to solve this problem, we're gonna use Git repository. Repository is a generic term, but we will be using specifically Git. Similar is the case when more than one developer are making change to the code, and then we need to look at some time in the past, like who made the change and why that change was made. That context is also lost from this code part. So in all these situations, we can use basically the Git repository to track for us. So when Max commit the code to a Git repository, it will create a node, a touch point or tracking point, which will represent a set of changes. Also, there would be a pointer somewhere in the memory, which we can call it as main. So that main basically point to the recent commit. So this is a pointer which will tell us like where is the commit. It will make more sense when we create another commit. So let's say Max commit changes. Now its code is changed to C2 state. The new commit will always refer to the previous commit or the parent commit. So we were here, we made the changes on C1 and we created another version which is called C2. Now this pointer now points to the C2. So this is basically a pointer which always point to, or in majority cases it points to the most recent commit that we have made, and if we have only one pointer. So that's how this works. So let's say there is someone else who want to work on this as well. Let's say Alex comes in and she makes the changes to this code base from this state to this state. So as I explained before, like whenever we make a change or commit a change to the current repository, our main pointer will keep moving up. Okay, now our main pointer is pointing to this C3. This will tell us this change was made by Max, this change was made by Max, and then the third change was made by Alex. And our branch, which is basically a pointer, it points to C3. So if we want to get all the changes that are in main branch, so you can jump from here to C3, C2 and C1. Let's say Max now want to create another piece of code, or he wants to make the change to the code, and he also want like I want to make a change by duplicating this branch or this pointer. So let's say we will create a new branch, so it could be feature 1, and now this branch also point to the C3. When there are concept of branches, so there is always like which branch basically we are at. So what is the current branch? So there is a little asterisk in front of the pointer, so this means this is now the current pointer, and if we switch here, this asterisk will come here in front of this. So now this is current branch. So there could be only one current branch for one person. So this is my machine, and I have now two branches. One is feature one, another one is main. So these both branches basically represent the same change set. So let's say Max is on main branch and he switches his branch to the feature one like this. Now he is on the feature branch. He makes the changes to the code and commit the code. Now another commit will be created, which we can call it C4, and it points to basically to C3 because it came out of here. Now this is C4, and our pointer will also move to C4. Now there is a difference between both branches. Feature one branch represents C4, C3, C2 and C1, whereas main branch is still on C3. So they both can grow independently. This is what happens majority of the time when you are doing the development, that different people work on different branches so that their code is isolated, and before merging it back to the main branch, they can independently work on it. So this is the theory part. I hope it makes sense. So let's get into the action part as well.